right, good day, everybody. It's May the 15th, the year 2017, and this is Schuyler P. Barbeau's third letter. Again, I want to always encourage in every video, in case someone only watches this video and not the previous videos, please write Schuyler Pyatte Barbeau a letter. He has got an upcoming trial. He is a true American patriot, Marine. They tried to associate him with domestic terrorism and associate him with ISIS. It's horrific how corrupt our Federal Bureau of Investigations have become. And then not only that, but Schuyler has written letters. It's on Outpost of Freedom, and also there has been a timeline put together by Gary Hunt, and Gary Hunt has written about Schuyler. And I pray you go to those websites. I'll put the links in the description bar. But let's get right to Schuyler's letter. I have not read it, so let's read it together. Let me center the thing. All right, at the top it says Honorable Judge Richard A. Jones, United States District Court, Western District of Washington at Seattle. United States of America, Plaintiff versus Schuyler P. Barbeau, Defendant, case number CR 15-391 RAJ, petition for redress of grievances, ex parte. All right, this is going to be, looks like 3 pages. Comes now, Schuyler P. Barbeau, on my own behalf, a petition this court for redress of grievances. I was appointed Robert Gombiner from the CGA panel in December. We have met once a week, nearly every week since, which has been great overall. However, all this time we have been working to figure out what kind of arguments to raise by pretrial motions and other motions as well. I have been working on my arguments and challenges for the last 15 months. I have studied case law for all of it. For hours every day I work on my case. My attorney says all my work is frivolous. I have spent months drafting several motions. This appears to be exactly the same letter I read before. However, this one appears to be typed up and the previous one was handwritten. So we'll just read it again. So what? It was sent as 3 different motions, but it appears this one is a duplicate of one of the motions I've already read. But we'll just read this into YouTube as well. It'll be typewritten as opposed to handwritten. My attorney says all my work is frivolous. I have studied case law for all of it. For hours every day I work on my case. My attorney says all my work is frivolous. I have spent months drafting several motions, revising, researching, revising again. Then when I present my best to my attorney, he says it's all frivolous, that all my arguments have no merit and none of it makes any sense. He has refused to file anything. I have given him and every other request. He has offered to file his own motions, but not anything I have written. It's unacceptable to me. I have spent countless hours reading, researching, digesting, and pondering in these specific areas of federal law and also the case law. I have developed important arguments to raise, yet my attorney has said it's all pointless. This is not fair to me. Mr. Gombiner has told me his personal views on firearms, that he does not believe anybody should have any guns, period. He told me that before I can convince a judge, I have to convince him. How can I convince someone of my position who is completely anti-gun, let alone machine guns? Mr. Gombiner has essentially become my judge, jury, and executioner. Up to this point in his representation, he has been ineffective. He has thrown me under the bus by refusing to help me get my arguments and questions of the law to the court to decide, and waiting until the filing deadline to file a motion he wrote based off of mine. I didn't want him to file his version, but he forced it by telling me that if I want my motions to be filed and I needed to represent myself, and by waiting all the way until the deadline. Now the very important issues I wanted to raise to this court and to preserve on the record for appeals, some being challenges to the Supreme Court precedent, so my arguments are for the Supreme Court, and I have been careful to craft my arguments to make it all the way to the Supreme Court. But now my attorney has sabotaged my case because he has bias against guns. He told me that if I want my motions filed, that I need to file them myself, pro se. But he told me this a week before the filing deadline, so that is what I want to do. For redress, I'm requesting this court to allow me to proceed pro se from now on, to reschedule a Ferretta hearing at the earliest convenience, to appoint a new counselor at standby counsel, to move my motions filing deadline back, to give me at least 1 month to type up my drafted motions and to get them mailed to the court. And because of these issues I am having with this attorney, compounded by the issues with the previous attorneys, I may need more time to prepare for trial. I have sent a similar petition for redress of grievances on dated March the 8th, 2017, and it has gone unanswered so far up to today's date, March 27, 2017. I am resending with this petition for redress, dated this 27th day of March, 2017. Respectfully submitted, Schuyler P. Barbeau. All right, that was Schuyler's motion to, excuse me for yawning. Every time I start reading legal stuff, it puts me to sleep. I was appointed Robert Gombiner. So this is Schuyler Barbeau's legal motion to dismiss Robert Gombiner. That's his address. Please write Schuyler Barbeau a letter. Let him know that you love him and that you care about him and that you will not turn your back on him. And if you can, show up at his pretrial hearing on June the 5th. God bless everyone here.